Hey folks, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a look at Mega Bloks Halo set number 7006. It's a UNSC Cyclops, and this is the Jungle Strike edition of it. 47 pieces all told, but this thing comes 99% assembled. So I'll just go ahead and open up the box and let you see what it looks like. Okay, maybe not 99% assembled. Once you take it out of the packaging, things all fall apart. They kind of make it look like it's put together, but it's actually not. You just need to mostly just put a bunch of these pins in, so I'll go ahead and do that. There we go. If you couldn't tell, this is the very first Mega Bloks Halo Cyclops that I've ever had in my hands. So very first time experiencing the unboxing and assembly process. Took me about almost 2.5 minutes, looks like, to finish assembling it. Very simple, very easy. The toughest thing was assembling the weapon piece over here, which really was just a handful of parts. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure first. It's a UNSC Marine. He's got a medium light green, olive kind of color. It's an odd color. It's kind of difficult to describe, but it's a little bit different between the body and the helmet, because the helmet is actually painted. The helmet looks like the plastic is gunmetal gray with a green paint on it, whereas the body is green with a gunmetal gray paint on it. So just kind of swapped things up there, but you know, I like the face on this one. The head doesn't have the most crisp details in it with the mask, but the visor really helps, and he looks serious. He looks more serious and believable, more tough than a lot of the other Marine figures. I like this assault rifle a lot because it's in black and then it's got silver paint on the top, so that makes it really look so much better than the ones that are just molded in one single color. Kind of fancy, you know. It's kind of deluxe. The paint down here is kind of a splatter pattern with that almost rhymes, with a kind of a tan color. It's supposed to be dirt, you know. He's been going through the jungle. On the packaging they show this being kind of a shiny brown, which makes more sense for mud. This is like after he's left a muddy area and everything is dried up. So I actually wish they'd gone with a darker color there, but it does have a backpack on the back. And there you go. And of course this guy will fit into the mech, the Cyclops itself, because that's how this works. It's kind of a battle suit armor piece. So he fits in there, and he actually connects to the back of the seat. There's a pin that sticks through. You stick that into the hole for his backpack. Take the backpack off. You can still toss that down in there, so you can still carry it with him. Or I guess you can put it on the outside and stick it out there. But that one pin on the back is really going to hold him in place, and then you lock him down with the canopy that goes over it. So not too big of a mech, you know. It really looks like something that is kind of like exoskeleton. You know, it's an enhancement to a human, not a whole thing with a human operator in it. Even though his feet do show, you know, kind of sit down here, not in the legs, still it's small enough that it feels like a big augmented human thing. I like the look of it overall. These pieces you actually do put on yourself on the back for a little more detail. I like this shape right here. Lots of spots where you can attach other stuff, and there are at least two other versions in this series that have different things attached in different places. Really encourages you to customize these and make your own versions. These side shoulder armor pieces can also come off. There we go. So you can see you just got two studs with holes in them. Several different ways you can attach things there. And you've got ball joints in the shoulders, which allow you nice range of motion there. You've got single axis 90-degree range elbow joints, and then you've got ball joints in the hips, kind of the upper legs. A little bit of rotation there. Again, 90 degrees at the knees, which is plenty, and you have articulation of the toes individually. So that's useful for getting some poses in there. And you can get this guy to look like he's kind of running. Look at that, kind of leaping forward. That's not even with the proper balance. You know, we've got the same arm forward and the same leg. So to be able to get a balance out of that, I think is pretty good. Yeah, I like that with a little bit of lean to it because of the use of the ball joints. I think that's really good. So this is very posable for what it is, and it is able to get some balance. It's not barely balanced here. It's not, you know, it's not falling over. Now what he has over here on his arm for kind of a weapon is a pile driver. So it's supposed to be a piston activated ram, you know, hydraulic thing that can just suddenly push the end out, and it can crush through things. It can crush through walls. Some light armor it can go through. It can certainly put a lot of kinetic energy into any sort of object, so you can really push things and toss them around on the battlefield. Makes for kind of a super punch that you get out of it. No long range weaponry on this, other than truly no long range weaponry. No projectile weaponry at all, except for the assault rifle that you get with the Marine himself. But I still like this one. I like the color scheme. It's kind of in my range. And the others, I think probably the best one of these is the gray one. Honestly, if you were just looking to pick up one of these, I would go for the gray one with two guns. It actually has two guns on the shoulders, and that one actually comes with a Marine who has a sniper rifle with a little ground bipod. So, you know, three different ones, different color schemes, all have the same basic build, but they add on different things. The white one with the Arctic camo has a flamethrower over here on his hand. Nice little things. I like them. Lots of people like mechs. It's kind of hard to not like mechs. This costs 15 to 16 bucks. Given the number of parts and given the size of the thing that you get, I think it's okay. I wish it was a little bit cheaper, but I'm really not going to complain about it, because the amount of customizability you get here, kind of the quality of the thing on the whole, with the number of different joints and the types of joints, I think it's a quality piece. So I think that you're paying for that quality and that good design. It makes a good play piece. It also makes a good collectible piece, because you can put it in shelf displays in so many different ways. You can put it in little miniature battle dioramas, you know, things that you can't do with just plain non-posable figures, or figures that don't have this much posability. So I'm pretty happy with it overall, and who knows, I might get one more, might get the one with the guns on the top, just to have one with guns on the top. And then if I get that one, then I'll probably get the third one in this series just to complete the series. But we'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. For now, that's it for my look at this version of the Cyclops. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll talk to you again soon.